Good morning, Stitchers. How are you today? Today I am here to do my May WIP update. Now, some of you might not have been aware, but I did participate in Stitch Mania. How I participated in Stitch Mania is very different though. What I did is I picked a project and I worked on it for 5 days over the course of the whole month. So I worked on, I think, 4 different projects, 5 days each for Stitch Mania. And then I also had my daytime projects, which were not a part of Stitch Mania, which were just a part of my regular routine because I wanted to get those done as well, those goals, I mean. So I'm going to turn you around and I will show you my WIP updates, and then I will come back and I will talk about how I felt about Stitch Mania and if I enjoyed it or not. Okay guys, so these are my projects for May. My first project was Friedrich. He was the first project for Stitch Mania, and I only worked on him a couple days because I finished him, as you can see. I partnered him with one of the round robin pieces that I was doing, and that piece is now gone back to the UK to the next person to work on. It was a Bothy Threads Owls kit, and I will insert a picture of what I did for that one so you guys can see. The next one, I'm not sure, this is one of the Stitch Mania pieces, but I can't remember what week it was or what project it was. But this is a Tiger's pattern from Flumpkins Cross Stitch. They are located in the UK. And that is what I got done on that one. So this is the chart. This is what he will look like when he's done, and compared to what he is done there. I don't know if you guys have seen this one before, other than my very first floss tube video done like 2 years ago. I will go over what the details. This is stitched on 18 count. The background here is stitched tent stitch with 3 strands, and the inside is stitched with 2 strands cross stitch. I really missed working on this project. He is very confetti heavy, so I think that's what kind of scared me away from him 2 years ago. I just got sick of the confetti. But getting into it now, see, I only have that much left to finish the page. So I think I'm going to find time for him and perhaps finish this page, and then maybe make a goal of finishing this top row here, which is only, this is a page here and then this is a page here. So I think I can do that within this year. It is still only, well, tomorrow will be June 1st, so I think I can do it if I squeeze them in now and again, don't you think? I think that's what I'll do. The next project I worked on is a Ladybug from Heaven and Earth. It's a quick stitch. And this is the piece that I adopted from Orietta. So I did this, where did I start? I think I started about here. Or here. Somewhere here maybe. And so I did all this. Can't remember exactly where I started, but I know that I finished the page, which was about all of this. So next month I'm going to be concentrating, this is one of the pieces that I'm going to be concentrating on for June. This was another Stitch Mania piece. I only worked on this for 5 days. Another Stitch Mania piece is a Fiberlicious Butterfly. This is stitched on 32 count, and it is stitched with Nora's Magic Filament Silk from Fiberlicious. So the chart is Fiberlicious and the thread is Fiberlicious. The fabric came from my stash. I bought it off of somebody who was getting rid of their cross-stitch stuff, heaven forbid. Boo to them, yay for me. Anyway, I got it from them, and I don't know where they got it from. So that was that. The piece that I'm working on right now, or I just finished working on now, is this one. It's called Buono Appetito from Charting Creations. I will insert a picture so you guys can see what it looks like. And it's a picture of a bistro, basically. I call it my bistro for short because I can't really speak Italian all that good. But I started over here. I had this one square done here, and I went down, and then I did this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 squares here. So that's all I got done within the 5 days of working on this. I do miss working on this one as well, and I do hope to put it back into my rotation at some point. I'm not sure when. I'll just show you this one next. This one is, of course, my frozen white flower. This is done by my local needlework shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, called The Frame Corner, Edmonton. Her name is Catherine Lee, and I didn't quite finish the page. See, I did this here, but as you can see, I didn't quite finish the page. But that's okay, because it is quite a heavy, confetti heavy page, and it's really difficult to do all these branches here that you see. It's really, really difficult to do that. So it's taking a bit longer than, say, over here where it's all flower. But I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I'm going to use this piece for my wine and whips because this confetti stuff is a you-know-what. Okay, the next piece, guys, is a new start. My one new start of the month. And this is Catching the Wind. Okay, guys, so this is the picture. This was so graciously gifted to me from the Singing Stitcher near Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She had it in her stash and she's like, I don't want to stitch it. I don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, oh, there's 3 girls and 2 are brown haired and one's a blonde. I'm like, I would love to, you know, buy that pattern off of you. But she's like, nope, I'm just sending it to you. So thank you so much, Vanessa. I am stitching on it right now. See this fabric? I was waiting to stitch on it because I wanted it to be a special piece because it's a memory piece for my girls, right? Of when they're little girls, which they are right now. But I wanted it to be a special piece. I wanted them to be in the grass with the clouds, flying their kites. So I searched for a piece of fabric that I thought would go perfect with it. And this is from Sunny Dyes. I'll just show you that I didn't rip the tag off. It's called Summer Meadow. It's 32 count Belfast linen. And so that's all that I got done, which is, if you can see here, is this loop here, is the girl's green loop here. And I'm doing a slight color conversion on her apron. I know in the picture it does look gold and it doesn't look too bad, but when you pull the colors to actually stitch it, it's more of a brown. And I'm just like, ugh. So I converted the colors to more lighter colors, and more goldy colors. So that's all I got done. And another thing that I did is I added, this is the thread that it calls for, but I added in a little bit of metallic. Now I'm not sure if it's going to pick up or not, but there's a little bit, the red has a little bit of metallic in it. And the bottom is a gold thread, so I'm going to add a bit of gold thread in the bottom there as well. So that's that one, Catching the Wind. The next piece is the next two are my specialty pieces. So this is Esther's Wave, which I like to call Jessica because it is full of Jessica. Jessica hearts, Jessica stitches, Jessica triangles. It should be called Jessica. But it is Esther's Wave from Northern Expression Needleworks. And I did this one and I did this one. This one is full of the Jessica triangles and the Sprat's head stitch and the tied windmill stitch. For those of you who are interested in seeing me go at these specialty stitches, I wouldn't necessarily call them tutorials because I don't know. You guys who watch my vlog channels, you tell me if they're really tutorials or not, because I don't know. It's just me showing you how I wrap my head around specialty stitches, and then you actually see me stitching these specialty stitches close up. So if you're interested in that, I will link the playlist. There will be a playlist of the specialty stitch vlogs, and I will link that below if you guys are interested in seeing that. But that's what I got done this month. This took a week, I think. I can't remember. But that was that one. The next piece is, of course, my learning sampler, my never-ending learning sampler. I have, I think, 6 bands to go is what Nicole said I had. That's 6 months because I'm only doing a band a month, right? So that's still another 6 months worth of stitching left to do. But one by one, hey? So for those of you watching my vlogging channel, there are my hamburgers. For those of you who don't know, I showed my oldest girl this project, and I said, what do you think? What do you think of these specialty stitches in the hearts and, you know, the little fans and stuff, which are the ray stitches. And these are the heart stitches, the road heart stitches. But I showed it to her and she's like, it looks like a hamburger. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, yeah, kind of does. But then when you look close up, you can see they're actually leaves. And I'm not sure what Nicole was intending them to be when she designed this. I don't think she watches my vlogs, but yeah, I should ask her what she meant for them to be, if they are meant to be leaves or hamburgers or something else. I don't know. But I did this. This took 8 days for me to do. This was quite a long process of me stitching, cross stitching and specialty stitching, and yeah. But I do like the outcome. I did switch the colors. This is the color that well, the whole thing is converted really to the autumn collection from Fiberlicious Threads. But if I went by the chart and what the symbols were I converted for, this was supposed to be this. Only this, the heart, was supposed to be, the heart colors were supposed to be the purples, and the hearts were supposed to be this color again. And I thought that the gold was just too much. And I figured the hearts needed to be red, so I kept the hearts red, and I added the purple color, which I know this is not making any sense to you guys at all, but ho-hum anyway, hey? So that's my own color conversion for that one. And that is all that I did this month. Which according to, you know, a lot of you guys is not very much. But to me it was a lot. I also did another round robin. I did 2 round robin pieces this month. And I will insert that picture, which is Once Upon a Time sampler. I did the Rapunzel. I did the Rapunzel one, so I will insert pictures at the end for you guys to see. But that is all that I did this month, guys. Okay, guys, so that concludes my monthly WIP update for May, Stitch Mania. Yeah, did I enjoy Stitch Mania? I did, to a certain degree. The way I did it is working on old WIPs and working on them 5 days, like you saw. But even that was a bit much for me. I prefer to have a few handful of projects that I concentrate on each month and not going woo 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 with all the projects. Would I be able to do 15 starts or 30 starts or 31 starts in May? No, I'm not built like that. You know, congrats to all the people who are. I think that's great, to each their own, but for me, I just don't work that way. Next month I will be working on 6 projects, 3 projects in the day and 3 projects in the evening. Will I do Stitch Mania again? Next year for Stitch Mania I will be in Italy for the beginning of May, so I will not be participating then. I might do it again with WIPs again. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your support and for taking time out to watch little old me. I know we're all busy in our lives, and especially with all the floss tubers out there. I feel like I've been so behind with floss tube. And I mean, I'm watching, but like all these new floss tubers are like popping up that have been around for so long, and I feel like where have I been that I have not discovered you yet? But I'm so glad that I have discovered so many new different floss tubers, and I'm just having fun watching you all. So keep up the great work, guys, and I will see you guys again next month. Bye!